Parakh, short for Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development, is a national assessment center within the NCERT. It was established under the NEP 2020 to standardize student assessment across different school boards in India. So it is used to standardize student assessment across different school boards in India. It aims to create a unified framework for assessment, ensuring consistency and comparability of evaluation across different regions and boards. Its key function and objectives are standardization, student assessment across various school boards in India, implementation to regulate the student assessment, including large-scale surveys and assessment, research, equivalence, establishing a framework for ensuring the equivalence of school boards and facilitating seamless transition for students moving between different regions or boards, focusing on competency-based assessment and fostering 21st century life skills. So it conducts a large-scale national assessment called Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan, which involves millions of students across various schools and boards. It aligns with the NEP 2020 and NCF frameworks focusing on competency-based learning and holistic development. In essence, Parakh plays a crucial role in transforming the assessment landscape in Indian education, aiming to create a more standardized, equitable, inclusive, and competency-based system that align with the goals of NEP 2020. Recently, the National Council for Education Research and Training has notified India's first national assessment regulator, Parakh, Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. It aims to set up assessment guidelines for all boards. Parakh has been launched as part of the implementation of NEP 2020 that envisage a standard setting body to advise school boards regarding new assessment patterns. The patterns should be new and latest research and promote collaboration between them. It will act as a constituent unit of the NCERT. It will also tasked with holding periodic learning outcomes tests like National Achievement Survey and State Achievement Surveys. It will work on three major assessment areas: large-scale assessment, school-based assessment, and examination reforms. Parakh or Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development is an organization for examination evaluation. NCERT launched it as a critical, most important component for improving educational practices. An important objective of the organization is to bring multiple school examination boards from various states and union territories together on a unified platform. So it is the most important objective of the Parakh is to bring all examination boards in a unified platform. It will serve as a standard setting and regulating authority for assessment patterns, research activities, etc. In addition, they will also be responsible for setting curriculum standards, evaluating methodologies to elevate credibility, reliability, etc. Parakh envisages a shift from summative assessment to regular and formative assessment. So it shifts from submitting assessment and on exam to regular and formative assessment, which is more competency based, promotes learning and development, and tests high order skills. It tests high order skills among students such as analytical skills, critical thinking, and conceptual clarity. So the most important thing, tests should be conducted and test this analytical skill, critical thinking, and conceptual clarity. In October 2020, the Union Cabinet approved setting up of Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. It is developed to improve the monitoring, measuring, and assessing activities in the Indian school education system. It is a standard setting body, autonomous organization under the Ministry of Education that fulfills basic objectives of setting norms, standards, and guidelines for student assessment and evaluation for all recognized school boards of India. A reform outlined in the NEP 2020, it will set up assessment guidelines for all boards to help remove disparity, to remove differences in scores of a student enrolled with different state boards. The it was conducted to understand the baseline performance in the development of the competency at the end of foundational stage, preparatory stage, and middle stage. 5 plus 3 plus 3 stage plus 4 is the secondary stage. So it is basically perform the assessment which is included in the development of the competency, at the end of which stage the stage should be foundational, preparatory, and middle stage. The survey assessed educational competency among students at the block level in India in classes 3rd, 6th, and 9th. So this survey did the educational practices, will do the educational practices among students at the block level in India in classes 3rd and 6th and 9th. So it should be conducted in classes 3rd, 6th, and 9th. It covered approximately 80 lakh students from 3 lakh schools at 5,917 blocks. So it covers around 80 lakh students from 3 lakh schools at 5,917 blocks across the nation. It also includes 6 lakh teachers and more than 3 lakh field investigators. With the successful execution of a State Education Achievement Survey 2023, crucial insights into the strengths and potential areas for enhancement within the education system will be available. These insights will form the bedrock for evidence-based policies and initiatives directed towards enriching the quality of education for the students. The insight gained from this survey lead to evidence-based decision-making and the implementation of initiatives aimed at improving the education system. In the dynamic landscape of education, understanding student performance is very important. It is important for fostering growth and innovation. Since 2001, nationwide achievement surveys conducted by NCERT, it has provided critical insights into India's school education system. Now, as we step into a new era of education with our focus on competency-based education, Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024 is set to lead the way under the National Assessment Center, Parakh. This large-scale national survey will comprehensively evaluate the progress of learners across the foundational, preparatory, and middle stage, specifically aligned with the ambitious objectives outlined in the National Education Policy 2020. Scheduled for 4 December 2024, this landmark survey will engage 75,565 unique schools, reaching over 2,294,377 students in grade 3rd, grade 6, and grade 9. By meticulously assessing competency in critical subjects like language, mathematics, science, SST, and the world around us, we aim to provide comprehensive insights into the educational journey of our students. Building upon the foundation laid by National Achievement Survey, NAS, Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024 is designed to assess a school as comprehensive entities, focusing on the overall health of the education system in each district. This includes state government, government-aided, central government, and private recognized institutions alike. It uses a paper-based approach with innovative OMR technology, ensuring a robust evaluation process. This initiative is not just an assessment, it is a cornerstone for driving educational reforms aligned with NEP 2020. By gathering rich data and insights, we are committed to paving the way for a brighter, more equitable educational future for every child in India. Its function includes, Parakh function includes guiding the state educational achievement survey and undertaking the national achievement survey, monitoring achievement of learning outcomes in the country, encouraging and helping school boards to shift their assessment patterns toward meeting the skill requirements of the 21st century in consonance with the stated objectives of NAP 2020. So it's just moving away from the rote memorization methods and shifting towards the skill requirement of the 21st century, aligned with NAP 2020. It also envisages that Parakh will provide evaluation and research training, consultancy, and guidance to all academic institutions so that this institution will also improve the nature and culture of assessment in school education system. Setting up of Parakh will ensure transition to a competency-based education through paradigm shift in assessment pattern. It will also advise school boards regarding new assessment patterns and latest researches, promote collaboration between school boards. It will become an instrument for the sharing of best practices among school boards and for ensuring equivalence of academic standards among learners across all school boards. It will formulate guidelines and recommend appropriate tools for conducting such assessment from the foundational stages to higher education, including for entrance exam, in order to ensure equitable access and opportunities for all students with learning disabilities. Objectives of Parakh: it provides uniform norms and guidelines. It enhances assessment patterns. It reduces disparity in evaluation and setting benchmark assessment. Uniform norms and guidelines, setting norms, standard, and guidelines for student assessment and evaluation for all recognized school boards of India. It will encourage and help school boards to shift their assessment patterns toward meeting the skill requirements of the 21st century. It will bring uniformity across the state and central boards, which currently follow different standards of evaluation, leading to wide disparities in scores. The benchmark assessment framework will seek to put an end to the emphasis on rote learning. So there should be, we have to reduce the emphasis on rote learning and shift towards to meet the need of 21st century skill, as it is envisaged by NAP 2020. Significance of Parakh: it removes disparity in college admission, innovative evolution. It has holistic approach and progressive shift. It will help tackle the problem of students of some state boards being at a disadvantage during college admission as compared to their peers in school CBSE schools. It will develop and implement the technical standards for the design, conduct, analysis, and reporting of all tests at all levels of school education. It further aims to facilitate an inclusive, participatory, and holistic approach to education, which takes into consideration field experiences, empirical research, stakeholder feedback, as well as lesson learned from best practices. It is a progressive shift towards a more scientific approach to education. The prescribed structure will help to cater to the ability of the child stage of cognitive development as well as social and physical awareness. So there is a progressive shift. There should be stages of cognitive development and so as well as social and physical awareness. As we move toward a brighter education future, the Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024 serves multiple crucial purposes. Competency-based assessment: by assessing not just individual student but entire school, we gain insights into the strength and weaknesses of our education system in regard to stage-specific competencies. This allows for targeted improvement that benefits all students. The insight derived from the comprehensive survey will be invaluable in shaping education policies and reforms, ensuring they are grounded in real world data. So that policy making should be data driven. It is data driven. It aligned with NAP 2020. This initiative embodies the principle of national education policy, fostering an inclusive, equitable, and holistic approach to education in India. Empowerment of educators with data-driven insight, teachers and administrators will be better equipped to enhance their pedagogical practices and address the diverse needs of their students. In Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024, students from grade 3, grade 6 and grade 9 will be assessed. At grade 3, learners will be evaluated in foundational stage competency and assessment time will be 90 minutes. At grade 6, learners will be evaluated in language, mathematics, the world around us, TWAU, and the assessment time will be 90 minutes. At grade 9, only SST will be included, language, mathematics, science, SST, and the time for assessment will be 120 minutes. This survey also dwells deeper into understanding learning condition by collecting contextual data from teacher questionnaires, school questionnaires, and pupil questionnaires. Core objectives of Parakh: consistent norms and guidelines. It decreases evaluation disparity, improve assessment patterns, benchmark assessment. Core objectives of Parakh: consistent norms and guidelines, improved assessment patterns, decrease evaluation disparity, benchmark assessment. First point is consistent norms and guidelines to develop and implement student assessments and evaluation across all recognized school boards. Improve assessment patterns, moving away from outdated examination methods and adopting unique assessment methods that evaluate beyond academic performance. It assesses relevant skills and competencies. Decrease evaluation disparity. One of the primary objectives of Parakh lies in establishing a uniform student evaluation system across state and central boards. Also, it aims to reduce the evaluation disparity that mainly result from the different evaluation standards. Incorporating benchmark assessment as a strategy to eliminate rote learning, to remove rote learning and create an improved teaching and learning process. At the same time, use well-planned classroom activities and formative assessment to assess student progress. So it giving more emphasis on formative assessment and well-planned classroom activities. Why is Parakh important? It has data-driven approach, emphasis on holistic development and skill assessment. So first, it has skill assessment, emphasis on holistic development, and approach is data-driven. Data-driven skill assessment, studying for the sole purpose of memorizing subject materials. The student were doing previously in previous methods of teaching learning process, the students are memorizing concept and regurgitating on exam is an old practice that has no real value. It serves to examine students' subject knowledge and they may or may not have an understanding of the underlying concept because it is totally based on the rote memorization method and students are not understanding of the core concept of any subject. Therefore, establishing a connection between the subject materials and its real life context is imminent. At the same time, utilizing a strategy to foster accompanying skills is a central idea that Parakh emphasizes. For instance, for example, teachers can implement activities that allow them to assess students' capability to analyze information. They present them with scenarios wherein students can use their analytical abilities to find appropriate solutions. Besides, teachers must evaluate student creativity and innovation by checking the latter's problem-solving skills. They can address the following questions. Do the student think outside the box? Are the current educational approaches sufficient to stimulate creative thinking? It emphasizes on holistic development. The concept of education has an overarching significance, important significance touching all aspects of students' being, including academics and personality. That is exactly what NEP 2020 emphasizes through its holistic development evaluation mechanism. The objective is to prepare well-rounded individuals, which is only possible if institutes and teachers collaborate to ensure social emotional learning. One of the first steps includes addressing the relevant issues related to the lack of social skills. Also, teachers implement collaborative exercises such as group activities as part of the examination process. In effect, teachers can observe learners' communication skills and socio-emotional abilities. Physical development is equally important for the students, hence, providing them with opportunities to participate in physical activities is also very important. Furthermore, promoting the habit of healthy physical habits will motivate them to maintain self-discipline. So, teacher can observe this or everything. Data-driven approach, although a student-centric education system according to the NEP and NCF, the education system must be student-centric. It has become a primary approach. Implementing it and sustaining it can be challenging. The difficulty lies in ineffective execution due to lack of proper training and resources. Fortunately, teachers and institutes can leverage tech-enabled assessment data and analytics reports to identify areas for improvement. For example, they can determine skill deficiencies in a specific discipline, a lack of relevant competencies, etc. Therefore, they can develop and implement suitable action plans and targeted interventions to mitigate the weakness, to decrease the weakness. Identifying individual students' requirements and tailoring instructional approaches accordingly is another useful technique. The role of holistic progress card in Parakh. So in Parakh, the progress card is a holistic progress card because it is for the student is assessment based on the holistic development. The strategies for the holistic development of a student must include mechanisms to measure different aspects. Therefore, NCERT incorporated a new holistic progress card, which will be instrumental in a student's progress in academic performance, interpersonal relationship, self-reflection, creativity, emotional application in classroom. So these are the things the in holistic progress card is included. The academic performance, interpersonal relationship, self-reflection, creativity, emotional application in classroom. In fact, the holistic progress card model will transform the way institutes evaluate students' academic performance. There will be a gradual shift from traditional marks or grades. On the contrary, a comprehensive 360-degree evaluation system will be central to the approach. Furthermore, holistic progress card will focus on the various aspects while determining the progress in the same. Holistic progress cards are based on these factors: knowledge, skill or competency, attitudes, values to be observed, transformative competency. Knowledge, the interdisciplinary in these cognitive skills are observed. Attitudes of values, that is the students improve, involve the principle, beliefs and choices towards it meets the challenges of the 21st century. Knowledge in that disciplinary is included and skills develop. It's metacognitive and it's based on the observation is done based on individually for well-being and sustainability. Third one is knowledge is epistemic. It is a social and emotional skill. Epistemic means relating to knowledge or to the degree of its validation. So skill involved in that social and emotional and attitudes and values that is improve the societal and it shapes a better future. Procedurals, knowledge in that and skill or competency to practical and physical. Practical for environmental well-being. For practical, the competency developed is creating new values, and for physical skills, reconciling tensions. Significant features of the holistic progress card: student will engage in class activities where they will apply a wide range of competencies and skills. In fact, it will allow the teachers to assess student understanding of concept. Teachers will assess student strength and weakness across different areas, including collaboration, creativity, attention, empathy, and preparedness. So teachers assess students across different areas. Areas are collaboration, creativity, attention, empathy, and preparedness. Students will play a crucial role in the evaluation process, though the self-evaluation mechanism. Also, peer review will help students assess each other's performance, giving them insights. Holistic progress card incorporates parental input also through feedback on various aspects of their child's learning. For instance, homework, assignments, projects, participation in classroom activities, etc. Similar to how National Institute of Ranking Framework includes a set of parameters for institutional excellence, Parakh also provides directive for student assessment. For instance, various classroom assessment methods, including project experiments, presentation, investigation, role plays, etc. So outcomes of recent workshop, then workshop is conducted. Parakh conducted a regional workshop between June and August 2023. So Parakh has conducted regional workshop between June and August in the year 2023, wherein the facilitators collected data. Besides, the data focused on the domains of curriculum, infrastructure, assessment, and administration. It used two tools. First one is an equivalence questionnaires, and second is question paper template analysis to analyze the data. In fact, they prepare a report reflecting the following areas and objectives: equivalence of boards shifting from a outdated and ineffective. Third one is standardization in assessment. Hence, teachers and institutes can maintain a balance between formative and summative assessment. Consequently, it will decrease the burden of high-stakes examination and ensure student progress simultaneously. As we move toward a brighter educational future, the Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024 serves multiple crucial purposes. First one is the competency-based assessment. Second is data-driven policy making. Third one is alignment with NAP 2020, which foster an inclusive, equitable, and holistic approach to education in India. In empowerment of educators also, with data-driven insight, teachers and administrators will be better equipped to enhance their pedagogical practices and address the diverse needs of the students. And the assessment should be competency based, which just by assessing not just individual student but entire school, we gain insight into the strength and weakness of our educational system in regard to stage specific competency. These allow for targeted improvement that benefit all students. In Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024, students from grade 3, grade 6, grade 9 will be evaluated and different subject and competency areas. So at grade 3 foundational stage, the assessment will be 90 minutes, grade 6 assessment will be 90 minutes, and grade 9 assessment will be 120 minutes. And the this survey consists of the collecting contextual data through teacher questionnaires, school questionnaires, and pupil questionnaires. Grade 3, grade 6, grade 9 test form are all subject assessing competency at the end of foundational stage. Number of items included 45, then time will be 90 minutes. And grade 6, all subject assessing competency at the end of preparatory stage. Number of items it should be 51, and time will be given 90 minutes. In grade 9's, combination of 3 subjects in one booklet assessing competency at the end of middle stage. Number of items should be 60 and the time will be given 120 minutes. Collaborative effort, the backbone of Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024. Parakh, NCERT and CBSE leading national administration and oversight at the national level. 180 Parakh state level coordinators, SLC, state level coordinators from SCERT, SCERT State Council of Education, Research and Training, directors to associate from Samagra Shiksha. 3 strategic leaders ensure seamless execution in each state. 3,128 plus Parakh district level coordinator, DLC. The district level coordinator lead operation at the grassroots, ensuring every school is engaged and ready for action. These are the collaborative effort, the backbone of Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024. Field investigator also included on the ground team ensuring accurate data collection at schools, CBSE regional coordinator and observer providing regional oversight and quality assurance. Together, these coordinators form a nationwide network united in one goal, driving educational progress for the future of millions of students across India. So, behind the success of this nationwide survey is a robust team of educational leaders spread across 36 states, union territories, and 782 districts, and the successful execution of this nationwide survey. Team structure for efficient administration of survey across 36 states or union territories. DOSENL, Department of School Education and Literacy, it comes under, then it has a National Assessment Center Parakh. It consists of two state level coordinator and state level coordinator Parakh, SPD, Samagra Samiksha, and SCERT. SCERT consists of State Council Education Research and Training, and in both of the included in district level coordinator Parakh and principal DITES. DITES full form DITE, District Institute of Education and Training. It consists of two units, Field Investigator and Parakh National Observers. To ensure the SLC, state level coordinator, district level coordinator, and field investigator are well equipped to manage this large scale assessment, Parakh is implementing a cascading training model. This model focuses on training state level coordinator, district level coordinator. Initial workshop across 30 plus locations will empower with effective methodologies, tools, and insights to lead the survey efficiently. Preparation of field investigator, ensuring that every layer of the assessment process is expertly managed. Parakh Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024 employs a combination of paper-based assessment and OMR technology, ensuring both traditional and advanced method for accurate and efficient data collection. By adhering to internationally recognized technical standards, Parakh ensure high quality data that can drive meaningful reforms in the education system. Key highlights of Parakh, which we have accumulated knowledge. Nationwide impact involves millions of learners across government, aided, and private institutions in every district. Cutting edge technology integrates OMR technology for precise data analysis, holistic competency-based assessment aligned with 360-degree competency-based learning approach of NEP 2020. So use of holistic progressive card. Long-term vision provides data-driven insights to shape education policy for years to come. So in conclusion, Parakh performance assessment, review, and analysis of knowledge for holistic development is a significant step to improve the assessment system. It will help to establish uniform assessment techniques across different school boards. Also, it is a significant move towards establishing an equitable and comprehensive examination system.